Hi there, I'm Eric Siegel with Kitbashed Survival, and today we're going to be checking out yet another Paracord Grenade Survival Kit. This one is made by Last Man Survival Gear. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what it's all about. Last Man. So I guess if you're the last man standing, it's because you had this kit. So, in case you don't know, a Paracord Grenade Survival Kit is one where the survival kit is wrapped up in paracord, kind of like you see here. There's a few ways they do it, but it's essentially a kit wrapped up in paracord, and in order to access the kit, you have to unwind all this paracord, and of course the paracord is part of the kit, but it makes it a one-way process, so once you unravel this to access the kit, you can't get the kit back together, at least not very easily. And they sort of acknowledge that in the instructions on this one, which is kind of cool. Now, on the front of the card, they've got the contents of the kit, and we'll get into that once we open the kit. But on the back here, it says, accessing the survival kit. To access the contents of the kit, slide the two outer bands of paracord over each end of the kit and unwind the paracord. Note, once opened, the survival kit cannot be repackaged unless you're an avid paracord weaving enthusiast, in which case, have at it. So basically they're telling you it's a one-way process. So, the exterior of the kit looks pretty good. We've got some nice camouflage style paracord. The paracord seems to be pretty good quality. We've got a whistle over here, and I've seen these whistles on a lot of kits and a lot of gear. And then we've got a carabiner, and they took the time to brand the carabiner with Last Man, which is more than a lot of these can say for themselves. So, just on a cursory examination, it seems to be pretty good quality on the outside, but of course, we'll see what it's like on the inside. So before we open this up, let's go ahead and measure it. Looks like it's about 3¼ inches long. Maybe 2½ inches wide and 1½ inch thick, give or take. So it's a pretty good size. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and weigh it. So here's my scales. Let me see if I can tilt this so that you can read what's on the scale. There we go. So it's going to weigh in at 4.8 ounces, or 138 grams. All right, so let's go ahead and open this thing up. We'll start by pulling these bands off, as the instructions said. And we'll get the carabiner off while we're at it. And by the way, the instructions say that there's 18 feet of paracord. Okay, so here's all the paracord. We've got that whistle attached, and we'll go ahead and detach that whistle. And then snap it back together. Okay, so here's our paracord, and again, that is 18 feet of paracord. And here we have the kit that was underneath. So the kit itself is enclosed in this waterproof bag, which is really nice. And I can see they've got some tape around it, so let's go ahead and see if we can open this thing up. And the trick is to get it opened up without damaging any of the contents. Let's say they've got this package in here very nicely. So it looks like it's wrapped up in some sort of foil. And hopefully I didn't damage any of the foil, because that's probably considered part of the kit. So we have this foil here. I'll go ahead and fold this up. And here we have the kit. Again, we're dealing with a lot of tape here. don't want to force it. Again, you don't want to damage anything inside the kit. Okay, so there's one section of the kit with a lot of stuff in it, and then we've got our space blanket. So here's an emergency space blanket. This one's 130 by 210 centimeters, or 4.25 by 6.75 feet, according to the instruction card. Not bad. I'm a big fan of kits that have a shelter element inside, so this scores big points with me. You don't see that a lot in these grenade-style survival kits. Very cool. Okay, and that brings us to this part of the kit, so let's go ahead and open this up. So first up, we've got a couple of gauze pads. Not bad. Then we've got a scalpel razor blade. Very nice. We've got an alcohol pad, alcohol swab for cleaning up wounds. Some triple antibiotic ointment. Very cool. Then we've got some snare wire. Looks like pretty good quality, pretty solid wire there. It's not your typical brass wire, it's steel or something else. Very cool. And then we've got this kit that's got a lot of fishing stuff in it and a few other things. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got. Well, first up, wrapped up in tissue, we have a ferro rod. Very nice. Now, I saw this on the instruction card, and I'm not sure what you're supposed to strike it with. Maybe the safety pins, or maybe the razor blade, or something else. Maybe the carabiner, I don't know, but it's better than not having it at all. Then we've got 2 safety pins. Got a needle with a rubber tip on the top. Very nice. Keep you from poking yourself. We've got some tinder material. This is for the ferro rod, some tinder fire material, just some really finely threaded tinder. Very nice. Then we've got our fishing line, and this is kind of getting caught up with other items in the kit. So this piece right here is 35 feet of 10-pound test fishing line. Then we've got 2 more lines with hooks attached, and they're kind of intertwined. Oh, there they go. Now I got them separated. So here's the 35 feet of 10-pound test line. And then here we have 2 hooks with line attached to them. There's a small hook and a large hook for small fish and big fish. All right, then we've got 2 floaters for fishing. 2 little floaters. We've got some tin foil, so I guess the foil that the kit was wrapped in doesn't count as the foil, which is nice because I probably damaged that when I was opening up the kit. So we've got some more foil here, which is always good. You can boil water in it or cook some fish or use it as a signal mirror, lots of things. Then we've got 2 swivels and 2 oval weights for fishing. Alright, so here's the entire contents of the kit. We've got the 18 feet of paracord, then these 2 little paracord loops, 2 gauze pads, the foil that the kit was packaged in, I'm going to count that because you never know, a scalpel blade, the alcohol swab, triple antibiotic ointment, a needle, snare wire, the carabiner, the whistle, 2 safety pins, 2 floaters, 2 weights, 2 swivels, 2 hooks with line attached, 35 feet of 10-pound test line, tin foil, a ferro rod, and some tinder. Not bad. Now, of course, as we disassembled the kit, there's no way to get it back together because that's the nature of these grenade-style survival kits. So, what are we going to do with all this stuff now? Well, what I'm going to do is repackage this kit into a new container. So, I've reached into the old container stash, and I've selected 2 possible containers to use. This is the first one. And this has these 2 metal clamps and then you got the container in there, and there's a rubber gasket around the top. So this is a really good choice. And then the other one is slightly smaller. This is a Best Glide ASC type canister. Opens like that, and it's got a gasket around the top as well. Now, my concern with the size of the kit is really all about this cordage, because, you know, the kit the way it was, the cordage was wrapped around the outside, but on the new one it's going to be inside. So I think I'm going to try to put it into this kit, and we'll see if it'll fit. I may have to cut the cordage down, I'm not sure, but we'll give it a try and see what happens. Alright, so we're going to try to fit everything into this little kit, and I have no idea if all of this stuff is going to fit. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the foil that the kit was packed in to begin with, because I probably damaged it when I opened it anyway, and it's really not that necessary because we've already got some foil down here. I also wrapped up the paracord in a couple of rubber bands to keep it nice and compact. Now, I've also got some wish list items that I'd like to get in this kit if there's room. So, there's a 1 liter water bag. There's a little bit of duct tape. There's a mini med kit with 4 ibuprofens, 2 Benadryls, 2 Imodiums, and 2 aspirins. There's a striker for the ferro rod, and I'm doing this because, yeah, there's a ferro rod already in the kit, but there's really nothing good to strike it on other than maybe the scalpel blade, which I don't really want to have to do. So we'll try to get this in the kit if we can. I'm going to try to get 1 or 2 of these mini glow sticks in there for some light. And then finally, 4 water purification tablets. That's enough to purify 4 liters of water. So let's go ahead and see if we can do it. Wow, okay, I got it all in there. I can't believe that. I think there might even be a little room to spare, so let's see if we can make this just a little better. I'm going to remove these paracord loops because we've already got all this cordage. And let's see if we can put a razor knife here to supplement the scalpel blade that's already in there. And a couple of band-aids. That'll kind of be the icing on the cake. Alright. Yeah. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. This is actually a pretty good little survival kit for its size. Not bad at all. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, let me know. If you think I should have put something else in there, you know, but there's really not much more room to spare in there, so I'm pretty happy with this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm Eric Siegel. This is Kitbashed Survival, and I'll see you next time.